Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again. So we are back with another session for immigration, new updates on immigration and study permit.
Okay, great. So I can see some of them are saying that they're not able to hear us properly. I believe I can hear you, Ala, properly. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very good. In the
Okay.
beginning, I could not hear you, but now it's fine.
Okay, sounds great. So if you're facing any difficulties hearing us, just let us know, and we'll try to check exactly what's the situation. I already see the questions regarding biometrics, Ala. So I think the moment people students see you, they start asking the visa-related questions. So it's good. It's good. So,
Amazing.
all right. Everything is okay. Great. Thank you for all. So today we have Ala, who is a licensed immigration consultant. I'm pretty sure some of you might be working with Ala and his team for the application of visas as well. Ala will be assisting you with the questions you might have regarding the visa. So this is a great opportunity. Please have your questions. Please note it down. In the end of the sessions, we'll be having the questions and answers around, so you can have the questions in the live sessions. So, Ala, I think we can start now.
Okay, amazing. Yes, sure. We will start with the new updates on the study permit. First of all, we add a new free training program for Niagara students who are studying at TSOM campus, which we have for the CEC, Canadian Experience class. So the students can calculate their scores after the graduation of Niagara College for 1 year or 2 year. So they can, after watching this training, they can understand how they can calculate their scores and what will be their scores after graduation, where they can see the draws and what are the calculation are based on, and also about postgraduate work permit and different scenarios. So while you're applying for your study permit, you can have access to these two new trainings, and then you will have better insight about postgraduate work permit, what are the criteria, how many years you will get when you have to apply, what will be your status, and also for CEC, because once you graduate from Niagara College, then you have to apply for different immigration pathways. So one of them is Canadian Experience class. So these are the two good news for Toronto School of Niagara students at the TSOM campus. And also the rate of visa is getting better and better. So Canadian government is opening the borders for the international students. There is no hotel quarantine anymore. And then there are many good news for international students. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Ala. So I just had some questions which students most of the time have been asking the advisors and other representatives as well. The first thing would be, what are the key components of a study permit? Like what documents in general should they have when they apply for the visa?
Yeah, for the most important documents are the financial.
Yeah.
Also the proof of English, and also the letter of intent, why they would like to study this specific program at Niagara College. So it doesn't mean that if you already have a bachelor degree, or even if you have a master degree, you cannot apply for Niagara College. You can definitely apply, but you should have a good explanation and reason why you're applying for. Yesterday, I saw a case note officer for one of the students who got refused. The immigration assessment was based on the previous education score of the student. So the officer was assessing, okay, this student in the bachelor degree, they got 55%, 50%. Now they are applying for example, human resource management, which is a difficult program. So they are predicting that the students cannot even complete the program. That's why they refuse the students. I have another student who got refused, and the officer was not convinced that why you are applying for a college program, because the students already have completed the bachelor program. And then we got the case note and make a more stronger case, because the students mentioned that I don't want to go and study a expensive MBA program. I want to study 1 year certificate in business, and then I want to come back and complete my degree. After completion of my degree, I want to come back to my home country and work. So and he got the visa. So there are many I have many examples that from different background, different education and career background, they applied for Niagara College and then, or different college, they got the approval. So letter of intent is super important as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I already see some of the students are having a conversation in the group as well. So everyone, this is a great opportunity for you to have the questions regarding the visa processing you might have. If you are applying for the visa, or if you have yet not applied, or if you have any questions regarding the borders reopening. So feel free to put your questions here and we'll be able to respond to you as well. So Ala, you talked about the proof of funds. Would you like to give us more in detail about the proof of funds? Like what documents should they provide and what other things they should keep in mind when they apply for the visa?
Proof of fund, according to the immigration, for provinces outside of Quebec, they have to provide first year tuition fee plus $10,000. So if how much is the program for 1 year certificate in
so the average price before the scholarships we have is approximately $18,000 for the 1 year program.
Before scholarship?
Yes, before
okay. Yeah. So they have a single student example applying from India. He has to provide minimum $18,000 in the bank account.
Okay, so you mean to say whatever they're paying or what 1 year fee they should show in the bank account for that amount?
Yeah. So this is the minimum. So if the students is already clear the balance for the first year, which is $18,000, they only have to show a minimum $10,000, right? But this is the minimum. We always recommend to show more, but they have to provide explanation. There should be a logic behind it, why you have, $100,000 in your bank account. So the Canadian government, the immigration does not want to see that there is a bulk amount of money just deposited before submission of your application. So that's why we are recommending to provide, 6 months or 3 months transaction history of your account.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I think apart from that, if for STS countries, they will also have an option for GIC. So do you think that would be a beneficial factor as well?
100%. This is a great unique opportunity for maybe 10, 11 countries. Actually, there are more countries added 2-3 weeks ago. So yes, if you are eligible for SDS, definitely go and apply for SDS. Open your GIC account. You should have IELTS 6 in each band score, in each skill, and then you can apply for SDS. The processing time will be faster.
Okay, sounds great. So I do see some questions already in the comment section, and I wanted to put them now because sometimes these questions are, I believe, really common for everyone. So some students are asking that they recently applied for the fall intake for the visa processing. So, and the visa processing is taking longer than usual in some cases, right? But our students might be knowing that Niagara College Toronto has a flexible policy for the fall intake where the deadlines have been extended. So do the student needs to be worried about that, Ala? Or is it okay for them to actually process it? Because at the end of the day, the visa processing is being done online. So I believe they can take the classes online.
Okay, for the processing time, just let me check now. What is the process? Because everything is central now, right?
Absolutely.
So did you check processing time?
Well,
CIC?
If I'm not wrong, it was approximately 9 weeks. Because they used to show country specific, and now they're only showing in general.
Exactly, you're 100% right. It's 9 weeks. So if your processing time is taking more than 9 weeks, you can definitely submit a web form and also email the embassy that assessed your application, right? If you do not have the email of the embassy, you can contact us, and then we can give you the embassy, email or contact details you can contact. But the best way is to submit a web form.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And what are the strategies they should keep in mind? Because some students might have been applying for the visa for the first time or might have previously received a visa refusal. So what are the things they should keep in mind regarding the visa refusals, Anna?
For the visa refusal, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, first, there are a couple of things I want to highlight in this live Instagram. First of all, if you receive a first refusal, do not panic. It's not end of the world, and it's not only happening to you. It's very normal. So if you got the approval, you might, you might experiencing an AI system reviewing your application. So that's why you got refused. So if you got the refusal within first 2-3 weeks, it's most probably there was no human reviewing your application. So try to resubmit your application. But if you got the refusal after 9 weeks, then we recommend to get the case note officer, the AT, to find out why you got refused and then reapply again. But there is one important point that I would like to highlight is that do not misrepresent. Never ever hide information. So if you got refusal from US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, because Canada has an agreement with those countries, make sure to disclose this information. If you have been overstaying in one country, make sure to disclose it. If you applied for Canada for the express entry, it's fine. Many people are applying for express entry, but if you're not invited, that doesn't mean that you have to give this information. But if you applied for example, provincial nominee programs such as Saskatchewan, or you apply for investment category or visitor visa, make sure to disclose this information. If you have a siblings in Canada, you have to disclose it, if the correct information. So because if you got the refusal based on the misrepresentation, you cannot do anything, and then you will be banned for 5 years, and then you have to appeal for federal court, and you have to pay $8,000 to $10,000 to a lawyer to go for the appealing process. There is something called innocent mistake in immigration, which is right. So maybe you forgot to mention the country that you traveled 4 years ago. That's fine. But if it's intentionally you're hiding an information and they will find out, this is the worst thing that happened to you. It's not only for Canada. If you want to apply for US, in the future, they have this information. But if to answer your question precisely, if you got the refusal, do not panic. And how you can prevent the refusal, you have to, there are a couple of factors: financial, letter of intent, why you want to study this program, and also I highly recommend to clear your balance with Niagara College. It's not important for Niagara College that you pay 25. You have to meet the requirement as they ask, which is 25%. Dharmesh, am I
It's
right?
first term fee. It's going to be first term fee, 1 semester complete fees.
1 semester. So for them, it doesn't matter. If you pay the first semester, they will issue you the letter of acceptance. But based on my experience in the last 6-7 years, I highly recommend for all the countries to pay the first year tuition fee, or if you're applying for 2-year program, pay the 2-year program.
Okay, all right. I also see a question regarding showing the bank statements from their sponsors or from their parents for students who do not have a source of income. So, Ella, would you like to comment on that? How should they present it, and is that okay?
Yeah, so there are many students, I think they are young, applying for Niagara College in their mid-20s. So definitely they can use their parent as a financial supporter, or if they're transferring the amount of money to their account, to their children's account, so there should be a notarized letter that's showing that this is a gift for education, or if the money is in their parents, they get a notarized letter, that affidavit that the parents are going to support, for example, the accommodation and living expenses and tuition for them. If you have any close relative in Canada, US, Australia, and they're willing to financially support you, that is recommended as well. So you can ask for their support as well.
Okay, all right, amazing. And we have been seeing that Canada is providing a lot of implementations, and rules and regulations have been changing on a daily basis. We'd like to share with our students who are planning to apply for the visa or who applied for the visa any recent changes by the immigration.
For the visa, the latest, for the study permit, the latest changes which I can recall now is for the SDS category. The quarantine was lifted, so they can, if they have the vaccination, there's no need to even for the quarantine, and the hotel quarantine is lifted as well. And then all the schools are opening. I received an email that TSOM campus is opening by September as well, right? So you are going to accept students.
Yeah, so we are of course following that the health guidelines have been protocols have been met, and if everything goes good, we might be able to start the classes in a blended format. But yes.
Dharmesh, I had a question here. One of the students is asking several times, what is the success rate for non-SDS from India?
Wow,
okay,
that's a great question.
That's a really good question. First of all, the data is, I do not have a data to differentiate between SDS and non-SDS, but I receive a data, I request the data from IRCC from January 2020 to March 2021. This is the latest for the last 15 months. I got the report for all countries based on the DLI, which what I can say is that India has a very good success rate compared to many other countries. But if you have this opportunity to live in India, because in SDS you have to reside in India when you're applying, I don't see any reason that why you are not applying for SDS category. Because once you're applying for SDS category, first of all, you're opening an GIC account, which shows that you are financially, you can financially afford your tuition, and also you have a better level of English. So if you're applying for non-SDS, I think the only reason that you're not applying for SDS is for your proof of English, which I'm sure you can definitely get a good IELTS score and apply. But for India, overall, the rate is very good compared to other countries.
Absolutely. So there's a good point as well, because we also have a second language excellence scholarship for students who score overall 7 or higher with no less than 6.5 in each module or equivalent examinations. So please get in touch with the student recruitment advisor who can assist you to apply for the program as well. So thank you for that, Ala. I do also see one more question for countries. I believe the student is talking about some countries where the travel ban is still lifted, but the flights are not operating. So I know that's a pretty tricky question, and I'm not sure, Ala, if you would like to comment on that.
Sorry, what was the question?
So I think the student was talking about the travel ban has been lifted for the countries, but the flights are not going. I think there is a travel restriction to the home country. So what do you think? What kind of student can do in this situation?
I do not know about this, but there are a couple of questions regarding the intake. So until December 2021, if you study your course online, it will be counted towards your postgraduate work permit. So use this opportunity, even if you have the admission for January 2022, talk to your advisor, find out if you can start your program by September. And then once you start your program by September, what will be the advantages for you? First of all, you will get an enrollment letter from Niagara College, which has a positive impact on your visa, right? Because you can send a web form, or they might request a more deposit or anything. There is a chance that you got a letter that they request for more documents, and then you can submit, okay, I already started my program. This shows that you're a genuine and bona fide student. Second, I think there will be a refund policy as well if they got the refusal. Dharmesh, is that true, or the refund policy? Refund policy.
Yes, we do have a really flexible refund policy in case the visa gets denied for some other reason, and they apply during a certain time zone. The amount will be $200, which will be reduced, and the difference amount will be refunded back to the original amount of payment.
Yes, so this is the second advantage, and the last but not least is this that it will be counted towards your postgraduate work permit. So you're sitting in your home country, relaxed, using the internet, risk-free, and then you will get it seems that you're in Canada. So use this opportunity.
Absolutely. And I do see a student asking about the other English proficiency tests we do accept. So let me tell you all. We accept IELTS, we accept Cambridge English Exam, Duolingo, TOEFL, Pearson Teaching of English, Test of English, which is PTE, CAEL, EAP, and TLG.
Wow.
So that's a great variety. Yeah.
That's a great variety, yeah.
Absolutely. So I think the last question which we were witnessing about the students are regarding the quarantine. So Ala, you might be knowing like some students who are coming, I think they might need to go for the ArriveCAN app. They have to operate that app before they board the plane, something like that. Can you please give us an idea about
Yeah,
it?
sure. So they have to download the ArriveCAN and get all the insert on all the information about their visit, why they are coming, how many people, if they
Mhm.
are, if they are, they are married or if they are applying with the kids, one application is enough. They will go
Mhm.
answer all the questions. They have been experiencing COVID. They have been experiencing with someone close to them who got COVID, and also why they're coming, what is their flight information. They will give all this information. And then once they arrive in Canada, they have to show the application, or they will print the confirmation, and then they have to have the plan for the 14 days quarantine as well. But there is no hotel requirement anymore.
Okay, that's great. So there are a bunch of vaccinations which have been approved by the
Yes,
Canadian government. Mhm.
sure. Yes, there are 4 vaccination which is approved by Canadian government as well.
Mhm. Amazing. So for all the students who are planning to travel, this is a great information. Make sure that you are, of course, following the guidelines given by the government, because once you get a visa, the immigration will, of course, give you the information, what will be the next steps. Also, Ala and his team would be assisting you if you need any help with the application of visa, or if you are facing any difficulties in application, or maybe if you got a visa refusal and you want to reapply. So, Ala,
Yeah.
would you like to tell anything else to our students?
No, I will send this the website email here. The
Sure,
webs
that would be great.
so uh, they can use this link, connect to the
Hmm.
website. It's free training for them.
Hmm.
Actually, it costs money for other students, but it's free for Niagara
Hmm.
students studying at TSUM. So use this opportunity, watch the training. It's up to
Hmm.
date uh, in 2 different languages, and they can use, you know, this opportunity to have this information for free.
Okay. So, Ala, one last question. It is a really important question. So I thought just to finish it off with that question. The student is asking, do I need to pay the fees before applying for the student visa? We get these questions a lot. So if you can respond to that.
Yes, 100%, because if you are not paying the fees, the colleges are not issuing you the letter of acceptance. And then there are a couple of good new regulation by Canadian government that if you got accepted for one college, you cannot change the college before coming to Canada. So you will be attached to the Niagara College, and then they are asking for one first semester fee, but I do recommend that
Yes.
you pay the full year fee instead of one
Mhm.
semester.
Mhm. So it's also a beneficial factor for the visa processing, right?
Yeah, exactly, 100%, 100%.
Amazing, amazing. So for all the questions you might have, Ala has already posted the website, so you can reach him and his team. And of course, if you have any queries and questions regarding the admission process, me and my team will be assisting you for the process as well. You could revert back to us on Instagram, or you can reach us back at info@niagaracollegewanted.ca. So looking forward to see you all again. Thank you so much, Ala, for your time and
Sure.
your sharing your experience. And we all look forward to having more sessions with you as well.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye
so much,
bye.
Ella. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you all.